Dose of Gold presents 10 things that make you more attractive. Have you ever wondered what you could do to attract that special someone, or even put yourself on their radar? Here are some tips that will help you make a lasting impression and have the other person thinking about you for days on end. 1. Wearing perfume or cologne. When wearing cologne or perfume, it can instantly make you become more alluring to a person. Have you ever met someone who had a certain something about them that you couldn't quite put your finger on? Fragrance is a bit of an undercover agent. It's there messing with our subconscious, but we don't always notice it. Wearing the right fragrance will supercharge your confidence and make you stand out from the crowd. It's that subtle yet incredible icing on the cake. The art of wearing the right amount of perfume can be a tricky one to master. You see, wearing too much can become overpowering and unbearable. It only takes 1 or 2 extra spritzes to take the fragrance from sophisticated to suffocating. So proceed with caution. 2. Humor. Ask anybody to name the top quality they look for in a significant other, and you'll be surprised at how many people answer a sense of humor. When it comes to what people find attractive or likable about another person, a sense of humor is most likely at the top of the checklist. So what does make humor such an important aspect? It usually comes down to creativity. People with a sense of humor usually tend to think outside of the box, which also makes them stand out in a crowd. People who are funny and tend to be quite humorous have a rather out-of-the-box kind of perspective. The way they think is unique, and that's what makes them intriguing. Whether it's their thoughts about something or the way they hold a conversation, something about them always draws you in. It goes without saying that people who are funny tend to leave a mark on our memory. It becomes easier to think back to what they said or did, and that's what makes them so special. In an awkward situation, a well-timed joke or quip can help put anyone at ease. One of the major reasons why people with a sense of humor are liked is because they make others around them feel so comfortable. 3. Wearing sunglasses. When the sun is out, you may want to consider wearing sunglasses. Nottingham University conducted a study finding that wearing sunglasses creates an air of mystery around the wearer. So why does a pair of designer shades turn a nerd into a Brad Pitt? Well, you see, sunglasses improve facial symmetry. When looking for potential suitors, we usually go for people with symmetrical faces. So if you're feeling concerned that one eye is higher than the other, not to worry. Just grab yourself a pair of snazzy glasses to create some symmetry. 4. Facial hair. In a survey of nearly 3,000 women, over 60% of them found men's facial hair to be the most attractive feature. According to one study in the Journal of Evolutionary Behavior, all beards are not created equal. 8,000 women were divided into 3 groups, each of which were shown pictures of men with different degrees of facial hair. After looking at images of men with clean-shaven faces, there were men with light stubble, men with heavy stubble, and men with a full thick beard. The results showed that desirability depends on what you're looking for. Women rated men with light stubble as most appealing for a one-night stand, closely followed by men with heavy stubble. Women rated men with full beards as most appealing for a long-term commitment, or as a father for their children. So fellas, depending on what you're looking for, you might want to opt for some facial hair. 5. Not worrying so much. Oftentimes, the best way to attract others is to simply care less. Not caring about how you look can be one of the most emotionally liberating things you can do for yourself. So whatever your particular stresses are when it comes to appearance and wanting to look good, whether it be feeling like your style is too plain and not good enough, not wanting to leave the house without makeup, or it may even be worrying constantly about your weight. This is actually a clear representation on how you actually feel on the inside. When you actively make the decision to start worrying less about how people perceive you you realize that being your most authentic self is so much better than trying to look perfect, and that people don't actually admire or revere the idea of perfect looking people. Remember, you have nothing to prove. Most importantly, you start to radiate naturally from within. 6. Laughter. Laughter triggers your body's happy chemicals, releasing a surge of endorphins to promote an overall sense of well-being, and can even temporarily relieve pain. Psychologists did a study of men and women meeting for the first time. Researchers measured each individual's laughter and later asked how much sexual attraction she or he had experienced. It turns out that a woman's laughter reliably predicts not only how attracted she feels, but also how attracted he feels. The man's laughter does not mean much either way. Only her laughter signals the level of mutual attraction. Women tend to prefer a man with a sense of humor, while men prefer women who laugh at their wit. Laughter is also important in general social situations, as it promotes person-to-person bonding. Nevertheless, when you laugh, you radiate an inner beauty. Catching someone's eye may be as simple as offering their joke a light chuckle. 7. Listening. The person who really knows how to listen is magnetic. When it comes to dating, one of the best qualities a person can have is the ability to listen and comprehend the things you are telling them. The thing is, we're always being told just how important communication is in forming healthy relationships. But knowing how to effectively communicate your needs and what you have to offer is just one part of the equation. Knowing how to listen and read cues is the other. According to Science of Nature, being a good listener is actually a really attractive trait to have, especially for men looking to attract women. Good listening is much more than being silent while the other person talks. The best listeners are actually the ones who ask questions throughout a conversation. Sitting there silently nodding does not necessarily mean that they are listening. But asking a good question tells that they have not only heard what was said, but also comprehend it well enough to want to know more. There's a difference between hearing and listening, and good listening is a two-way dialogue. 8. Be open. People are not attracted to others who are inaccessible and closed off. Be open to authentic relationships and watch the connections unfold. When you allow others to connect with you, you instantly become more appealing. Be real, open, and willing, and watch your authentic relationships manifest themselves. When you are open, you express the elegance you already possess as a human being to connect with someone on a deeper level. When you are open, you ultimately create options for yourself. Knowing that the path forward is flexible meets our human needs of both certainty, uncertainty, and significance. That's why when you meet someone who is open-minded, you instantly feel drawn to them. Body language research has shown that keeping your torso, chest, and abdomen open to the world is the best way to show availability. Crossed arms, clutching a wine glass in front of your stomach, checking a phone in front of your chest, or hugging a purse to your center are all ways we close our body language and seem unavailable. Studies have shown that we actually close our body language when we are feeling mentally closed off. 9. Boost adrenaline. If you're really trying to make an impression, consider something more exciting. Studies show that adrenaline works as a natural aphrodisiac, and it may even help calm your nerves in a weird sort of way. You won't be focused on whether you're likable if your attention is elsewhere. One study shows that individuals tend to attribute the increase of arousal to the attraction for the person instead of the arousal either coming from a roller coaster, a suspenseful movie, or even exercise. Although the attraction is emotionally stimulating, The arousal factor just increases the attraction levels within two people. 10. Stick with the group. People are more likely to be perceived as attractive when they're part of a group. It's commonly known as the cheerleader effect. The cheerleader effect is best explained by looking at how our brain works and understanding perception. Humans tend not to process every individual detail they perceive in their environment. Instead of devoting significant attention to all individual characteristics, our brain quickly summarizes the information as a group. Group influence also affects our perception of how attractive someone is. Studies have shown that if others think someone is attractive, we are more likely to find them attractive too, regardless of how they look. Evidence suggests that presenting yourself with a group will tend to average out any unattractive individual characteristics. So, how can you use this information to your advantage? Well, if you're online dating, select a picture with a few of your friends to boost maximum attractiveness. If you're looking to meet someone on a night out, bring a few of your friends with you to heighten your chances. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share with your friends. Thanks for watching, and remember to click subscribe for more videos.